If promote means to push, to encourage, to enhance, to increase, to activate, to contaminate, to inflame, to inflate, what does do that? I think it is a two-way street. The receiver of the agents that do ignite the so-called peer pressure versus the sender of the source of the said, enforcer of the same. But also it's also in between. There's also the society within which the two exist. For example, we will blame friends a number of times, and friends means this is the source from which this pressure begins or is born or encouraged, and then the individual young person, most likely this young person who gets to encounter these influences becomes the recipient of the influence. But the two exist in a given society, and societal norms of some kind or lifestyle, cultures or tendencies create the framework that makes the influenceability a possibility. If you go to other societies, the same way that you do your dressing, do your makeup, do your clothes in your own style, I will not really join in, because there's particular mood and mode by which this particular society operates, and it doesn't push you. So vulnerability of influence exists in some societies in a different manner compared to others. When it's verbal, people who speak insults, and if you say something bad to me, I say revenge, I say something bad to you as well. This interaction between you and me, negative, back and forth, can only exist if the environment in which we grow up and in which we exist currently promotes that possibility. So if I feel, I'm not a man enough, I need to insult this guy, then I have to insult you for me to be a man. If my society says you are more of a man, if you let a fool be a fool, don't insult back, I'm going to be, I'm a man, I ain't going to insult back. So these behaviors are totally deeply influenced in two ways within our society. First, because we were brought up that way. Secondly, because we currently exist in that manner. 25 years ago, we were prone as a society to punishing women who were putting on short skirts or dresses or whatever form of what we felt or believed as a society to be indecent dressing. We undressed them, beat them up. They ran in shops, picked vitenge, that was 95 to, somewhere around 95 to 2000 and somewhere there. So we, as a society in Zambia, we did that. And we kept learning and changing. And now there's more tolerance and acceptance, not accepting the design or the style, but respecting the human being, regardless of what we feel is going beyond. And so those are the key modicums. What I would add as a final issue regarding influence and where it comes from is that there is no influence until you are influenceable yourself. It is the context of definition of self that permits or creates the extent of vulnerability for being influenceable. If you are vulnerable to certain words, certain things, certain ideas, certain opinions, and all that, that presents the vulnerability. You always encounter being pushed, because peer pressure is deeply pushed and motivated by the desire to be something or something like, in order for people to love me. This is a social media world now, and that for me is number one. What the environment may be or not be is secondary, even if it may have influenced you to become whom you've become today, is secondary to what you really are inside of you. That determines what you will operate by. You dress according to others, you eat, you speak, and so forth. So the greatest source of influence in the end is the syllabus you've become in your inner self.